Hey guys, it's Bellamy here from Midnight Suns, and I just saw the latest Thai movie, How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies. Yeah, that's the title of the movie. And as you can probably tell from the title, it is a family drama with quite a bit of comedy in it. I mean, not too much, but yeah, there is a bit of comedy in it, and it's also a pretty dark movie. So this is a story about a grandson who finds out that his grandmother is dying very soon, and so he takes like a 180 turn and becomes like this super failure grandchild because he wants his grandma to pass on the inheritance to him. And so yeah, that's where a lot of the dark comedy comes from. And this movie is like a super big viral sensation right now. Like, it's the #1 opening box office for any Thai movie in the history of Singapore. And I watched it today. The movie came out last week, but even now, like almost 1 week later, the cinema was pretty packed. And yeah, this is not only the biggest box office opening of all time for any Thai movie in Singapore, but it's also the #1 movie in Singapore right now. It is definitely one of the best family dramas I've seen in a long time. Like, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but basically you get to see this grandson, right? Like, at the start of the movie, he doesn't really care about his grandmother. He's definitely not like a very failure grandchild. But as the movie progresses, yeah, I really don't want to spoil too much, but some complications happen, and then his relationship with his grandma, even though originally he just started trying to get into her good books because he wants inheritance, but after a series of complications happen, then his relationship with his grandma actually becomes pretty interesting. And yeah, I don't want to say anything more than that because I don't want to spoil anything. I don't even want to say whether there's like a good ending or bad ending, yeah, but it's definitely very touching, like the whole story. I would say, yeah, it has a very touching ending, and just be prepared to cry because this is definitely one of the saddest movies I've ever watched in my life. And also, this is the kind of movie which I think you should watch in theaters. And if you don't watch it in theaters, like if you watch it at home like a few months from now, just make sure that you watch it without any distractions, because let's just say this movie is a very slow burn. So it is something that you want to watch from start to end without any distractions at all, and make sure you're like watching it on like headphones. You know, you don't want any audio distractions, you don't want any real life distractions when you watch this movie, because everything in the movie, like even the music, the dialogue, the acting performances, you know, there are a lot of nuances that you really need to pay attention to. And it is a very slow movie, like really slow. So if you are someone who cannot appreciate slow movies, then this might not be the movie for you. But if you're someone who can really appreciate all these really slow burn dramas, then it's very realistic in that sense. Like real life, it really feels like a slice of life kind of movie. And yeah, if you are someone who can appreciate that genre, the slice of life genre, then I think you might quite enjoy this movie. The acting performances are really great. Like, you would think that everyone in this movie are really family. Like, there's really that family bond that you feel through the screen. So there's like the grandmother, and then she has 3 kids, and then 2 of her kids also have their own families. So there's like even more kids, more grandkids. And every single actor really excelled in their roles, and yeah, literally zero complaints about the casting at all. I think all the acting was really good. And it is those acting performances that really carry the movie, because to be honest, like the story isn't very deep. Like, I think the movie is over 2 hours long, and I guess if this was a Hollywood movie, they would like shorten it to like 90 minutes, but yeah. But the way they did it in this movie is they really made it slow so that, you know, you really slowly connect with the characters, you know, like you share a lot of downtime with the characters. There's no like constant action back and forth like a Hollywood movie. And there are many of those mono no aware moments, you know, where characters are just being very still, and you really get to appreciate like the environment, the music. It is a very peaceful movie in that sense. And the music is also fantastic. The cinematography, all the sets, everything all look perfect for exactly what the story is set in. And I am someone who really enjoys movies in this genre, and so for my final score, I am giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I think this is definitely one of the best Thai movies I've ever seen in my life, and I highly recommend watching it if you really like these kinds of family dramas, slow family dramas. If you want a comedy there really isn't much comedy in this movie. Like, there's some comedy, but I wouldn't call this really a comedy film. But yeah, the comedy is pretty funny in this movie for the little that there is. But really, the drama is what sells this movie. The performances, the dramatic performances from all the actors, really great. So yeah, watch it if you like that kind of thing. And that's all for this review, guys. If you're interested in more of my reviews, do check out my channel here on Midnight Suns, and I will also have a lot more reviews coming in the near future. Like, July is gonna be so packed, and yeah, I'm gonna try and review The Acolyte after this. I'm gonna go watch it later. Yeah, and so thanks again for watching, everybody, and as always, stay gold and never fade. Bye, guys.